Are you ready for what could be the most significant currency event of our lifetime? Here in 2025, we may be witnessing the start of a global financial shift, what some are calling the global currency reset. And this time, it appears to be reaching everyday people. That's right. Phase 1 of what many refer to as the RV, or revaluation, may already be underway. Reports claim that the Tier 4B exchange process, the phase for individual holders of the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong, is now becoming active. In today's report on Iraqi Dinar News Desk, we'll unpack what this means, how the process supposedly works, and what you need to know to be prepared. Stay tuned until the end, where we'll go over the potential risks, timelines, and key action points. First, let's make sure we're all on the same page. RV stands for revaluation, an official adjustment of a country's currency value relative to global standards. Unlike normal currency fluctuations, a revaluation implies a major upward change. Phase 1 refers to the first stage of this rollout, where select holders are reportedly invited to exchange at new rates. Tier 4B is a term often used by insiders to describe everyday people, retail holders who physically possess dinar or dong notes. According to recent reports and chatter in private financial circles, these holders may now be eligible to exchange under the revalued rate. Whether that claim holds up remains to be seen, but many believe this could be the moment investors have been waiting for. Let's start with the Iraqi dinar. Over the past 20 years, Iraq has faced wars, reconstruction, and deep economic transformation. Analysts following the dinar suggest the country is moving toward greater independence from the US dollar, particularly in oil transactions. The Central Bank of Iraq has been modernizing its banking system, strengthening reserves, and improving digital payment infrastructure. Supporters of the RV theory see these as signs that Iraq is preparing for a sudden currency adjustment, potentially a sharp rise in value once Phase 1 is activated. Under this scenario, the dinar's new rate could far exceed what's seen in public forex markets today. Now let's turn to the Vietnamese dong. While the context is different, the storyline feels familiar. Vietnam has enjoyed years of strong economic growth, becoming a powerhouse for manufacturing and exports. Its stable trade performance and integration into global supply chains have earned it a stronger financial position. Advocates of the revaluation theory believe Vietnam could be planning a currency adjustment as part of broader monetary reform. If so, Vietnamese dong holders, much like dinar holders, could benefit from an upward rate correction. Within the Tier 4B structure, both groups might be invited to exchange during the same phase. So what exactly is this Tier 4B process supposed to look like? According to circulating reports, only holders of physical currency, not digital balances, will be eligible. Participants may need to present authentic notes with verifiable serial numbers or certificates. These individuals would then contact official or semi-official exchange centers or designated banks to book appointments. During these sessions, currency would be verified and exchanged under the new rates, either for immediate payout or structured returns. Some versions of the story mention two options: a smaller upfront payout or a larger staged payout over time. Let's walk through a simple example. Suppose you hold 1 million Iraqi dinars in cash. At today's public rate, that's worth very little. But if the RV goes live and a 100-to-1 revaluation rate is applied, that same note could theoretically be worth a far larger sum in US dollars or another major currency. However, not all funds might be available immediately. Perhaps only part is paid up front, with the rest distributed later. Supporters argue that early participants might receive better terms than those who wait. Now, what are the signs this might be happening? Advocates point to banks upgrading their systems, changes in foreign exchange platforms, and internal bank communications about new procedures. Some even claim that certain financial institutions are preparing exchange desks or scheduling appointments. Meanwhile, others highlight government filings and banking reforms as potential indicators that Phase 1 is real. Still, these reports remain unconfirmed, and skepticism is well-founded. Economists caution that a currency revaluation of this magnitude would require massive economic stability, low inflation, high reserves, and global confidence. If such an event were unfolding, major financial media and central banks would almost certainly be reporting it. Regulators have also warned about speculative revaluation schemes and scams that target hopeful investors. That's why it's critical to verify every claim and rely on official announcements, not rumors or online chatter. Timing is another key point. If Phase 1 is indeed active, some say there could be limited exchange windows or deadlines for participation. Others believe later phases may be restricted to institutions or large investors, potentially leaving retail holders out. The recurring theme is urgency. But remember, that sense of rush can also be used to pressure people into hasty decisions. Stay alert, but stay grounded. If you currently hold Dinar or Dong, the most practical steps involve organizing your documentation. Keep proof of purchase, note serial numbers, and ensure your identification and banking details are ready. Monitor official channels like your central bank or local financial regulators for legitimate updates. Avoid any service that demands payment or promises priority access. Real opportunities won't require upfront fees. Let's talk about risk. If you already hold these currencies, avoid buying more based on rumors. Set limits. Only risk what you can afford to lose. Never borrow to invest in speculative assets. Watch out for red flags, pressure tactics, secrecy clauses, or promises of guaranteed returns. Scammers thrive in moments of hype. Stay cautious, keep your notes safe, and verify everything. What could go wrong? Plenty. The RV could be delayed indefinitely or never occur at all. Exchange centers might not exist. Governments could impose restrictions. Some notes could be rejected, or the new rate could be far less than expected. Even if the process starts, liquidity could be limited, leaving holders unable to cash out fully. These possibilities make caution essential. On the other hand, if the RV truly happens as enthusiasts believe, the upside could be huge. A dramatic revaluation could turn low-value notes into life-changing sums. Holders of both Dinar and Dong could see massive gains. And if this is part of a broader global reset, it could reshape currency markets worldwide. Still, for that to occur without destabilizing economies, central banks and global institutions would need to coordinate closely, something we've yet to see evidence of. As speculation grows, governments and regulators may issue clarifications or warnings. Some might implement controls to prevent market chaos or money laundering. Others could introduce phased rollouts to keep the system stable. Any real confirmation would likely appear through official statements, not rumors. Participants should be ready for sudden changes or delays. It's also worth noting that even if Tier 4B is opening, the full rollout could take weeks or even months. Financial processes of this scale move slowly. Many early claims in speculative finance take time to verify, so patience and discipline are key. Prepare, observe, and stay informed, but don't let fear of missing out drive your decisions. Here's what you can do to stay ahead. Subscribe to updates from your country's central bank, follow credible financial outlets, and keep your holdings secure. Consult with a trusted advisor before taking action. Cross-check every new claim before believing it. And above all, avoid anyone asking for upfront payments or secret sign-ups. Real opportunities will eventually be visible to all. Finally, let's address the emotional side. Many who've held these currencies for years are deeply invested, not just financially but emotionally. That hope can cloud judgment and make people vulnerable. Stay level-headed. Ask for proof, not promises. Don't gamble your stability on speculation. Be ready for any outcome, positive or not. In closing, the reports of RV Phase 1 and Tier 4B going live are fascinating and full of potential. If true, this could be the start of a historic moment for Dinar and Dong holders. But for now, the line between fact and fiction remains blurry. The claims are bold, the risks are real, and the evidence is still uncertain. Approach this story with care, stay informed, and keep your expectations realistic. As developments unfold through 2025, we'll continue tracking this story right here on Iraqi Dinar News Desk. If you hold these currencies or just want to stay updated, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the latest updates.